Hi, welcome. I'm just going to do a quick video updating a an important vibe coding lesson that I've learned going through my Hawaiian Rammy game. So if you recall, in November around American Thanksgiving, I published one version of Hawaiian Rammy that I built with Claude. It functioned, it worked, it had a lot of bugs, it was usable though. November, January. So we're about 3 months later, beginning of February, and I just wanted to share what's happened since. So what I've been doing whenever I test a new LLM, whether that's GLM 4.7, Kimi K2, the new, Claude OpenAI LLMs that come out, I've been asking the LLM to basically go back to my repo in GitHub, review it, and come up with suggestions to improve the code. And a lot of times I get, feature enhancements, or I get little kind of feedbacks here and there on what to do and what to focus on. But GLM 4.7 came up with a really, really good idea and suggestion. It went through the code and basically said, you've got your game mechanics and your game logic and your AI player logic all intertwined. So it suggested breaking those out. And when I got that feedback, I was like, oh, that totally makes sense, because in the previous game, whenever I fix a bug, a logic bug, you shouldn't be able to create a run, with certain conditions. I would fix it, Claude would fix it in one place, but it would show up again. And after hearing GLM's feedback, yeah, that makes sense. Like, it's in multiple places of the code that you have to go fix, because the code is UI mechanic driven and not broken out. So I've never actually looked at the code, but just from fixing bugs and telling Claude it's still there, I knew that made sense. So I started a new project recently and asked Claude Opus 4.5 to start with the GitHub repo, because it's got the starting point, and apply the following refactoring. And I basically laid out, separate the game mechanics from the game logic, from the player AI logic, into different functions so they're separated. And Claude went off and did its thing to build a new version, which you're looking at here. And this version for sure has a lot less bugs. And when the bug comes up, we fix it in one place, it does not show up again. So definitely, I think that kind of separation makes a difference. So the big lesson, I think, in this round of learning for me was that just like when you create a presentation or any kind of product or anything you're working on a speech, you get feedback from a lot of people, and you take that feedback and you filter out what's important and what's not important, and then you move forward. So with vibe coding, I basically created something, then asked a bunch of LLMs to give me feedback, taken the feedback that I thought was important, prioritized that, and then created another version. So it's no different than what you would do in pre-AI world in your real life. It's just now you're asking LLMs for different feedback. And I have, a different article video about, all LLMs have their own place and should have their own desk at work. So you can check it out, but it's basically the same kind of theme and outcome is basically, use LLMs for their strengths. Looks like the hand ended. I'm out of time, but that's the one thing I learned in this round of vibe coding. Let me know how you're using your LLMs and what you're using it for, and which parts you're breaking up into different LLMs. But yeah, it's a really exciting time to be building products. So thank you. Bye.